You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Staying on top of breaking news, police are investigating after they say two men were shot inside of their car. Police say the men were on Shawn Lane when someone pulled up and started shooting at them. The victims ran to Covington Highway to get help. Right now, police have not released information about a suspect.
A group of veteran firefighters in the metro area say they are not getting paid enough for all the experience they bring to public safety.
Yeah, a newly approved 9% raise is heading to new recruits only. As Molly Oak reports, these veterans say they'll quit if something doesn't change. Molly?
Marietta firefighters sent a message to City Council. The new pay raises approved earlier this year for firefighters are going to recruits instead of the veterans.
I didn't start the job for the money. Didn't really care about the money, but you have to live on something.
Ron Presley became a firefighter after 9/11. He just retired after 20 years and says he was making $18.40 an hour.
I was here 20 years, and you had guys that were here 6 years that were making more than I am. So the pay scale's just kind of all screwed up.
The firefighters told the council the department doesn't have a structured pay scale, but says it bases raises subjectively. Retired Fire Captain Merv McDonald says that move comes with a risk of losing the vets to another city.
There's no choice but to offer to the new hires or you won't get any, but you're shortchanging the ones that have been here.
Now, the City Council adjourned the meeting without comment, but as for the firefighters, they say they'll be back at the meeting next time to try to get the city to structure pay scales that are as beneficial to the veterans as they are to the new recruits. Ariana.
Thank you, Molly. Justice is closer for a 6-year-old boy. His mother is officially facing charges more than 20 years after his death. This little boy on your screen was recently identified as William Deshaun Hamilton. Initially, no one knew his name after his remains were found near a cemetery in DeKalb County. Teresa Ann Bailey was recently found in another state. Now she will head back to DeKalb County to stand trial.
Continuing your 11 minutes of nonstop news, a former Metro Atlanta mayor will spend nearly 5 years in prison for misusing COVID relief funds. That money was meant to help other people. They say he stole it. These are news sketches of Jason Larry being sentenced yesterday. He will spend 57 months behind bars with 3 years of supervised release. He admitted to stealing COVID relief money that was awarded to the city during the pandemic. New pictures are being released from Druid Hills High School showing improvement. DeKalb County Schools says it has done a lot of work months after students first exposed poor conditions there. You can now see what parts of the school look like now versus before. Holes in the walls and ceilings have been patched up. Also some new paint on the wall where it was barely holding on before.
Delta says it's swamped and won't add any more flights for the rest of the year. Jerry Carnes is at the airport with more on what this means for you.
Delta's decision to stop adding flights through the rest of the year is an effort to reduce the risk of cancellations and delays. Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport has seen long lines along with numerous cancellations this summer as demand for air travel has increased dramatically. The airline reduced capacity during the COVID pandemic, furloughing many employees. Delta has been slowly adding flights, but will now stop doing that until the airline has enough employees to handle it all. Delta is currently operating at about 85% of the capacity it had prior to the pandemic.
Now to a live look at the nation's capital where lawmakers are gearing up for votes aimed at abortion rights. There are 2 bills that will be voted on by the end of the week. The first is the Ensuring Access to Abortion Act. It would safeguard the right to travel to have an abortion. The other, the Women's Health Protection Act, looks at making abortion rights a part of federal law. The bills are not expected to get enough Republicans' support to pass. We do have some new details to share in the legal fight over Georgia's abortion law. The deadline for those both in support and opposition of the law to submit their arguments has been extended. It's now set for Monday. It was initially due this week. The arguments are going to the U.S. Court of Appeals. It will decide if the heartbeat law can go into effect.
Today, MARTA is setting the stage for you to weigh in on its proposed new line. Now, we're talking about the Clifton Corridor. A proposed line will connect the ones that run through Emory University, the CDC, the Atlanta VA Medical Center in Lindbergh neighborhood in Buckhead. MARTA is holding a public hearing tonight at 6:30. The city of Atlanta is joining forces with 2 companies to give local black businesses a boost as part of the Beltline Marketplace Pilot Incubator Program. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens is unveiling this program along with executives from the Atlanta Beltline Company and the Village Market. The program shifted through more than 200 applicants and tapped 6 Black-owned businesses to participate in the pilot. The goal is to help business owners achieve their business goals through intense training.
And we're starting off in the 70s, mostly cloudy, a dry start to your day. But once we get into the afternoon, we'll bring back a 40% chance of some showers and storms. That's mainly going to be along and south of the I-20 corridor. Rain chances a little bit lower Friday, Saturday, and for Sunday. Heading into next week, 80s. Few showers and storms each day, but not a washout.
Hope you have a good day. Today's show is coming up next. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.